road, and photography and videography is prohibited on that road. And the sign also said there's a 10,000 yen fine for violators. But I said, and that's like, you know, $100 about US. But I still saw people with their cameras out, and I actually saw people standing next to the sign taking pictures. So not really polite to do. You know, visit somewhere else, follow their rules. So I've been walking around. I haven't seen any geisha walking around, but I have seen tea shops and sort of, I don't know, like performance centers where I guess they do performances. The sun is pretty brutal. On that private road we're on, there were some pretty amazing wooden structures, wooden buildings. So that was cool. But wow. I mean, obviously I'm not supposed to go in here this way, and I'm not. I'm just gonna go right here to this gate. But look at that garden. That is beautiful. Gorgeous. Alright. And this is the Gion Art Museum. So again, one of these places where I think you can see these geisha performers do their thing. So I'll be honest, it's pretty hot. I'm gonna wander around here for just a little bit more, and then I'll wander down this street a little bit, and then I think I'm gonna go back to like the area where my hotel is, get something to eat, try to edit and post some videos, and rehydrate. You know, I guess I wasn't thinking about it when it said Fushibi Imari was also a mountain, because it said on the map, it said Mount Inari, and I'm like, oh. So I really, you know, I didn't stretch too much this morning. I was not really planning on doing a mountain summit, so I'm a little tired, and now I'm getting hungry, so it's not really a comfortable combination. One or the other is tolerable. When you're tired and hungry, you start to get cranky. This is some of the wooden buildings I was talking about on that other street. And I think some of those board, I don't know. I do know that on some of these buildings, they sort of, you can hear there's drums playing or something. So in some of these buildings, they actually scorch the outer surface of the wood to preserve it. And protect it from insects, and protect it from the sun. I mean, I'm sure they've been doing that in Japan for a long time, but homesteaders in the American Midwest and out west, they used to do that. It's a very effective technique. You know, if you were heading out west and you stopped someplace and built a log cabin, you probably didn't have cans of varnish or some kind of wood treatment with you. Here's some more of these wood buildings that I was talking about. We can't go all the way down to that street because that's the street that's the prohibited photography. So you wouldn't have, like, as far as I can tell, or as much as I've read, you wouldn't have cans of paint with you on the, you know, the covered wagon trail. So you would scorch or just briefly burn and then extinguish the outside of the wood. And I've seen a bunch of different techniques for it. And then that way, when the sun or insects, this looks like a cool little street, and I am literally just wandering. They would be discouraged from burrowing into your wooden structure. And you know, in Japan, you can just find a little temple or shrine at just about anywhere. So more of these little fox figurines. There's the fox mask. It looks like there's some salt and cups there. I'm not going to stay here too long though. I'm going to keep wandering around. So yeah, that'd be how they would protect the outside of the wood they would use to build their home. And then, you know, let's say you you build a log cabin to sort of survive the winter, and then in the spring you planned on continuing west, because you hadn't really made it to where you were trying to get to yet, but you knew that the winters were dangerous and cold. The frontiers people, it's dead end that way, they would burn down the log cabin. Why would they do that, Mr. Bennett? Why wouldn't they just leave all that hard work there for somebody else? Pretty simple. The nails. They would. Now, I will say that some frontiersmen knew how to shape and make wooden nails. But that was a sort of higher skill technique. And so if they had brought metal nails with them and they built the log cabin using metal nails, they would burn the log cabin down and then go through and collect all the nails. Now, with my knowledge of metallurgy, I don't know how much that was done, because it would make sense to me that heating those nails up like that in a fire may sort of affect their hardness and make them soft. But maybe they had a way to, or brittle, right? But maybe they had a way, they knew a technique to, that I haven't read about obviously, to either harden the nails or anneal them. Anneal is a term for relaxing the stress in metal, or making metal a little softer across the shoe without paying attention. So it's a little interesting to be back. There's another temple here. I don't want to be disrespectful to the culture, but I'm kind of templed out today. All the temples and the shrines that I videotaped on that trail that we were on earlier, there was probably another 10 that I didn't, 15 that I didn't. So we'll walk up to this crosswalk and then we'll sort of cross over and walk back. It's pretty crowded here. And because it's kind of touristy, it seems like things are pretty pricey. Like, I just saw a ramen chain that I ate at in Kobe and Santa Mia. I saw the same store, like the same, it's a chain, so I saw another one of their locations, and it was considerably more than what I paid at Kobe. So It's only about a half hour or 20-minute train ride back to where my apartment is right now. So I'm gonna do that. Go back. And I had takoyaki and ramen yesterday, and teriyaki, which is like the fish-shaped dessert. It's filled with custard. I think I'm gonna go back to that ramen shop and get a different type of ramen than I had yesterday. The one I had yesterday was like 4 different types of soy sauce made up with raw. It was good. It was really good. I actually got an important phone call in the middle of the evening that I had to take. So I ate half of it and then had to take that phone call. There's a family member that I needed to talk to. So I took that phone call, and then by the time I came back in, it was a little cold. It was still delicious though. So, but it was still warm enough that it wasn't like, you know, cold. But at the same time, so here's teriyaki. And I've never had it with the melon cream. And they don't always have like the edges on the outside. And that's, like I said, I think that's 3 times what I paid for the teriyaki that I had yesterday next to my apartment. So we'll go back there to eat because I do have, let's see, it's the 21st. I've been here for 20 days, 21 days, 20 days. If you don't count the day that got here the 1st, because I literally slept all day long. So I have, let's see, 10. I've got another 30 days here. So I can get more money out of the bank from America, but I do want to try to make my money go as far as I can. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back and get something. Here's like the luck cats and the other little statues and figurines. Man, people stopping in the middle of the walkway. I thought they were stopping just for a second and they were gonna keep going, but they stopped right in front of me. Anyway, it's all right. I'm on vacation. I don't got anywhere to be, right? I'm sort of taking in the sights and the sounds myself. I'm gonna stay on this side. I already walked on that side. I gotta go back to the train station and ride the train back. I'll let you guys hang with me while I walk through the shopping district though. I'll take a picture of that storefront. Not really in the mood to walk around and shop in there right now, but some pretty cool handkerchiefs in there. Maybe I'll come back and get one. Although I will say, I find that when I'm on vacation, I say I'll come back. A lot of times I don't find out. But I'm sure I'll see. Right now, I just going to get back to the train station so I can go back to the hotel room. Get something to eat, sort of rehydrate, and cool off a little bit. I think I might need to get a shower too. I don't really want to wear 2 sets of clothes per day. That means I got to do more. I got to do laundry more often. But you know, my shirt's completely soaked, and my socks are not too dry. So, you know, tired, hungry, and wet socks makes for a cranky banner. So I'm ready to go. That I don't think is the railway that I want. I want the Hankyu Kyoto Railway. some of these crosswalks work the way our crosswalks in the US do, where they sort of let, you know, the side that is not that, the side with the traffic that has the red light go. But then some of these crosswalks sort of do something different, and they have all the people, all the pedestrians walking at once, and then the traffic takes turns after that. It's a pretty cool river with the, and it's shallow. I mean, it's hard to estimate the depth of water when you're up above it like this. But I'd bet that's only a foot, 16 inches, 18 inches. But it's beautiful with the mountains in the background. Seems like there's water everywhere in Japan. A musician down there playing, trying to garner some attention. Looks like a lot of these buildings here on the right, on the left, that face the water have patios and porches. That's pretty cool. So that people, I'm imagining that some of, yeah, one of them's a restaurant. At least one. There's two young ladies eating there. So, pretty cool spot to sit and have something to eat, probably. But we're looking for the Hankyu Railway. I don't know why I want to go back. I think because I didn't want to drop it off the bridge to the river. It looks like we're almost to Kyoto Kawamachi Station. Should be coming up on it any minute. That looks like a cool little street. Okay, I'm tired, but we'll check this out. I should probably just come back here at night. 23 minutes. Looks like it's just going to be a lot of restaurants, but these cool little streets that are pedestrian only are really interesting. And these are more sort of the wooden buildings that I saw earlier. Oh, no thank you. So, not that I think that young lady was trying to rip me off, but I try not, even when I'm in America. Yeah, this would be a cool place to come to at night. A lot of interesting nighttime establishments. But we'll just take a little walk right now because I'm soaked. And wearing a t-shirt that's drenched. So. But yeah, a lot of these sort of little pedestrian only pathways are pretty cool. So I think the train station is right back there. So I think when I'm sort of done this and we walk down this trail, I'm going to shut this down and then backtrack and we'll go home. You may notice that as we're walking, you'll notice as we were walking, there's like wet spots on the ground. Some of that is like sort of drainage water, but I do notice that not just the Japanese businesses, but the Japanese homeowners in the morning And then sometimes again in the afternoon, they wash down their front walk. Well, they're selling what look to be really high-end knives. And I just walked in to the top with the camera. So, which is honestly not really unique. I remember my grandmother telling us stories of like Little Italy in New York and Philadelphia. They did the same thing. Every morning you wash down even the public sidewalk. You wash down the public sidewalk in front of your house. You wash off your stoop, pick up any trash, and keep your area clean so that it's an enjoyable neighborhood for everybody. Hope I didn't scratch my lens when I bumped into that thing earlier. I guess there's an eel, live eel in there. That's pretty cool. Talk about fresh seafood, huh? Funny to I can eat a little bit of tofu, but that's it. I'm kind of, I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me and my GI tract, if you catch my drift. Looks like some yakanuki, which is grilled stuff. And it looks like this street goes on for a while. So I think this might be an example of, Vanna, you're gonna have to come back to this area and check it out more to really a good experience and exploration in. See what this is. And then we'll shut her down because we're draining our battery. It's getting kind of low. And we got another 27 minutes of footage, which again, isn't the easiest to edit and compile and post. Lots of, what are they called? Dragonflies or damselflies right here. And just looks out over the water. And it looks like this is where the kids play. Oh, that's the slide. I climbed up the slide. Uh-oh. Well, I guess I better go down it, huh? Because who climbs up the slide and then climbs back down? Ugh. And those girls probably thought I was the silliest foreigner ever, but that's okay. Who climbs up a slide and then walks back down, right? Go big or go home. It's pretty fun, actually. It's a long time since I slid down a slide. I'll admit that at school, sometimes I do get on the swings. Something I've loved since I was a kid. But probably good 10 or 15 years since I slid down a slide. Even a small one like that. So this is a cool area, but we're coming up on 29 minutes and less than 25% of our battery. So we're gonna shut her down. So lots of Wagyu, shabu shabu. But we're gonna shut you guys. I mean, this just looks like a cool little walkway here, but I don't know. Sort of just more of the same bars and restaurants. Place is has an Italian name, so they might have some Italian food. Something else I noticed. I mean, if you guys have me in school, you know Mr. Venna gets heartburn a lot. I've been here for, check my watch, 21 days. I've not had heartburn once. So, I don't know. I guess when I go back to the States, I better cut back on the Italian food, because apparently that's what was giving me constant heartburn. I just thought that was just my life. I just lived with heartburn, but I haven't had heartburn since I've been here, and it has been enjoyable. So, all right, you guys already saw this, so I'm not gonna backtrack with the camera on. That seems like a waste of time, energy, and your time too. So we're gonna shut her down, and then before I get on the train station, we're gonna put this away so I don't look like too much of a tourist. All right, thinking about a lot of people back home. Love you guys. I wish a lot of you were here with me today, and most of these days. But don't get confused. I'm not lonely. I'm having a good time, but I'm definitely having a good time. But it's always a little bit better when you got your friends by your side. So, thinking about people. I hope they're having a good summer. And you know what? I'm going to just walk around this knife shop. So we're shutting you off.